Good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome to another Kuwait pilot stream. It is 2100 hours local time here in Kuwait City, Kuwait. I want to welcome Carl, Rand, the X-Plane 12 Simmer, Stefano, Stan, Trishal. How are you all doing? I hope you are doing well. I know I haven't been doing much in terms of content, but I promise you a kind of an lots of content in this week before FS Expo, and I was just having some issues with my teeth. So that kind of kept me away, but I am back, and today, folks, we are going to be taking another look at SimBit World, a pilot's life, chapter 2, and I was actually given an offer by Sun Express Airways to join them. Looks like I've done well, and they snatched me over from Cooper Airlines. It was a nice offer with a bit of an increase in salary. So I thought, yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and fly Sun Express today. And I hope that you guys will enjoy this this stream. Matt, hello, Matt. Welcome, my friend. Mika, hello, my friend. Welcome. Glad to have you here. And yeah, so today it's early morning hours here in Turkey, and we're going to be flying today to Antalya. I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce the airport that we're at. It's Lima Alpha Tango Juliet. But first, before we begin, let's bring up SimBit World and let's log in. And there we go. So as you can see here, I'm keeping a good rating. I haven't done that many flights, a few hours, 4.17 flight hours. But we're going to fly this schedule today. So Lima Tango Alpha Juliet Gaziantep Ogzeli Airport. And we're going to be flying to Antalya. That's easy to say. And yeah, we're going to be flying, of course, the 738. The distance is about 321 nautical miles. Should be a nice flight, not very long. And while we are in flight, we're going to take a look at some of the new features that have been introduced in SimBit World. And by the way, this is, in my view, the best pilot career add-on available today for flight simulation. It works with X-Plane 11, P3D version 5, as well as MSFS 2020. I'm not sure if it still works with X-Plane 12 or not, but we'll take a look at that maybe in another flight. But I want to welcome with us Mertoya. Hello, Mertoya. Welcome aboard, my friend. Gaziantep. Here you can read now. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Badger, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. And let's get things started. So if we go to the flight, this is our flight here. And we can see that says flight stage is pre-flight. And of course, we can see the sim brief plan from within the add-on. We'll leave this for now. Let's get things prepared for our flight, and let's hop into the cockpit. I'm going to bring up the light here so we can see what we're doing, and we're going to go straight to the overhead panel first. We're going to turn on the standby power and bring the ground power to the aircraft, and next we can turn on the battery bus. There we go. All right. So now at least we can see some of the aircraft instruments, and we're going to go to the FMC and set our fuel. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go to FS Actions. Let's go to the fuel, and we're going to take a look at Volanta. Where's Volanta? There we go. We're flying Volanta today. Kind of a change a little bit, and we can support the guys over at Volanta as well. I like the interface of Volanta. Very clean interface. And we're going to go to flight briefing, and let's take a look here at our fuel information, fuel and payload. All right. So in terms of fuel, we have 7,000 kilos of fuel, 7 tons of fuel. So we're going to put that here, 7.0, and that will automatically change to 7,000. And then in terms of payload, we're going to go to, let's see here, payload is 18.4. So 18, actually, let's scrap that. And let's go to, let me see. Let's go to zero fuel, 60. All right, so 60.0. And we put that there. 60 is set. All right, perfect. Everything's done here. Let's go back. And now we can start with the aircraft setup. So first thing first, let's do the fire test. I love the lights. The lighting engine in Microsoft Flight Simulator is really, really good. Hey, Dougal. Welcome aboard, my friend. Fly Lilo. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us. What a pleasant surprise. Thanks for stopping by, Fly Lilo. Yeah, there is a torch, Mika. You can press Alt and L, like so, and it will bring the flashlight so you can see what's going on. All right. So first test is complete. Let's check the autopilot panel here. The annunciators for the autopilot, and we can now check the lights. Right, all the lights check okay. Excellent. All right, and then we can go to the overhead panel. Oops, what did I do? There we go. And we'll perform the Mach speed warning test 1 and 2, stall warning test 1 and 2, and we're going to set the adheres to nav mode. All right, check. Excellent. And now we can turn on the yaw damper. And let's go to the overhead panel here. Left after fuel pump is on. And let's see here. Everything here looks good to me. And we're going to turn on the emergency lights. And we're going to turn on the fasten seatbelt and non-smoking sign since the aircraft has already been refueled. Window heat can go on. Probe heat can remain off for the time being. And let's turn on our hydraulics. Let's see. Voice recorder is on auto. Trim air is on. Recirc fans on auto. We're going to put the left pack on auto. And let's see. What is our cruise altitude today? I believe the cruise altitude is 36,000 feet. All right, we're going to set 36 both in here. So let's change that to 36,000 and 36,000 here. I'll show you my resume in a minute. All right, so 36,000. Excellent. And position light on steady. And now we can start programming the FMC. All right, let's bring up some lights to the cockpit so we can see. Main panel. And background light, a little bit of background light, not much. That looks good. That looks good. And we're going to come back here and turn on the panel lights here as well. A little bit of floodlight as well. And that looks perfect. All right. So I'm going to be using today also the... I don't know where my profile is. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. All is well, Dougal. Yeah, all is well, my friend. I hope you are the same. All right. So let's go and set up our... FMC, we're going to go, let me do this here so you guys can see better. There we go. Excellent. All right, position in it. We are at Lima Tango Alpha Juliet, but I'm going to have to check that one more time. Lima Tango Alpha Juliet. Lima Tango Alpha Juliet. Excellent. And next page, grab the GPS position. And set it here. Excellent. And now we can go to the route page. The origin airport is entered, and Antalya, Lima, Tango, Alpha, India is the arrival airport today. We are Sun Express 7647. What is the ICO code? (7647). Brilliant. And then we can go to the departure. We are departing today. Let me go to, it's easier to see it here. All right, so we're departing runway 2A through the Mil 1 Mike departure. Okay. Mil 1, okay. 28 and the Mil, I just missed it. There we go. And then the routes, let's go to the next page. Short flight today. Uniform Whiskey 74 to Mutt. Uniform Whiskey 74 to Mutt. And then it's Uniform Romeo 55 to Adbil. Uniform Romeo 55 to Adbil. Brilliant. And then it's the arrival into Antalya, runway 36 right through the Adib 1 Alpha arrival. Okay, perfect. So we're going to go back to the arrival airport. And the Abid 1 as the Abbey 1 Alpha. Is it? Abbey 1 Alpha. That's the one we want. There we go. And the ILS runway ILS 36. Right. There's so many of them. I'm not sure why. But let's go ahead and just select that one there. All right. And 36. Right. Okay. And then routes, activate and execute. Let's go to the next page. Let's make sure there are no discontinuities. Looks like there is a vector to final from Alpha India 721 to Aspar. And then it's the final fix. It's a very lovely approach, by the way, to runway 36 at Antalya. So, Boeing Corp Mike, welcome, my friend, from Logan, New Jersey. Glad to have you here with us, my friend. Welcome. We have also Mr. Nimbus. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. All right, perfect. All is looking good here. Now we can go to the init and page and set our zero fuel. Let's check our reserves real quick. And we can obtain the reserves again by adding the alternate with the final reserves. Gives us about 3.3 today. 3.3. And set cost index is 5, and the cruise altitude is 36,000 feet. Cruise wind today for the flight is 294.26, 294.26. Excellent. The transition altitude, unable to 50. All right, we'll fix that. No worries. Transition altitude is something we can get from our charts. So we can go to the flight. We're going to select the departure. So we're departing runway 28. So let's select that. And if you go and click here, if you zoom in, you'll see here the transition altitude is 10,000 feet. So 10,000 is set. No descent path after. That's okay. And execute that. Perfect. Now let's go back to our legs page and fix that issue with the speed. Okay, got you. All right, so 244, and we'll fix that one. Execute, and that is fixed. Excellent. All right. One more thing we'll do is we'll go to the fix page and we'll enter the runway RW36 right. 36 right. And we are going to enter 10. Sorry. We want the 10 nautical mile ring around the airport. And we also want, so 36, runway 36, 359. So we'll put 002. There we go. No, hang on. There we go. All right. So now if we go to the flight plan and we can go and cycle through, let's go to the legs page and step through. Let's see here. All right. So we have the ring and we also have the imaginary line here. Let me zoom out so you guys can see this a little bit. Let's see here, 40. There we go. So you see this radial of 002 degrees. That is just, again, for situational awareness. And we are very lucky to get this, this approach because the approach, this actually goes into the sea and back into Antalya. And the approach is rather beautiful. Just really, really very nice one. Hello there, Glenn, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. All right. So everything is looking good here. We are going to start the... Let's go ahead and bring the passengers. So GSX, a good time to begin boarding. Request boarding. Requested. All right. And as the passengers come into the aircraft, we're going to go ahead and start the APU. All right. Perfect. Early morning hours here in Turkey. I like the delivery of Sun Express. Looks pretty good, yeah. As a reminder, guys, FS Expo is just around the corner. And by the way, Rand, thank you very much for your message and for checking on me. I appreciate it, my friend. Streaker Gamer, welcome aboard, my friend. IFR Captain, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us, sir.
Do you want to board crew?
Yeah, we want to board everyone.
The bus is coming.
All right, the bus is coming. Perfect. All right. All right, we'll do the full experience today with passengers, luggage, the whole 9 yards. All right. So, flight directors can go on, and I believe we have the APU ready. So APU is on, and let's come over here and actually let's come down here and the overhead panel. There we go. Let's turn on the circuit breakers.
Pilot's boarding starting.
All right, and the panel. All right, much better. Okay, perfect. All right, looking good. And we can turn on the APU bleed. There we go. APU bleed is on. And we have the left pack supplying conditioned air to the aircraft, so we'll keep our passengers happy. And everything else here is looking good. Let's turn on the logo lights. All right, I think we can kill the light here. We no longer need that. All right, perfect. And the auto brake to rejected takeoff. We're going to set this back to map.
Crew boarding starting.
Excellent. And everything else is looking good. We just wait for our passengers. And here's a look at the GSX ground services. And there is the ground crew boarding the aircraft. By the way, folks, tomorrow evening at 1800 Zulu, I will be streaming live the real SimGear Diamond DA40 Next Generation, or NG. It was a very pleasant surprise to see the aircraft coming on June 9th, and I purchased the aircraft earlier today. I think Stan reminded me. I did tweet about it. Wash Extreme, hello my friend, welcome. Stan reminded me that it was available, and I went and purchased it, and I've done a couple of flights with it. I'm going to reserve all my comments for tomorrow's stream, but as a bonus for the Q8 Pilot channel subscribers, followers, and friends, I am going to give away 2 copies of that aircraft during the stream tomorrow, so make sure you turn on the bell notifications on so you are notified when the stream goes live. I still haven't scheduled it, but again, as a bonus for you guys on the stream, it will be scheduled at 1800 Zulu. I will publish the stream information just right after our flight today. Right, here's the bus coming, and that is the DX12 issue happening here, where you see this, and the only thing you need to do is just go back in the drone mode and come back to the aircraft, and things will be fine. There you go. Yeah, the textures in DX, there's a problem with DX12. Hopefully will be addressed. Hey, look at our passengers. Hey guys, that's going to be me in a few days, heading to Houston. Yeah. Now, one thing I did not notice is I was checking my booking today, and it appears my return flight from Houston to Kuwait is, see, when I fly to the US, I will gain about 8 hours. But when I fly back, I lose 8 hours, and the flight is about 16 hours. So I will leave on the 30th of June, but I will arrive into Kuwait on the 2nd of July. Check this out. And my leave from work actually expires on the 30th of June. So, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Maybe I'll just extend my annual leave by a couple of days, because I know it will be very difficult to go back to work after a very long flight from the US. I've done it before, but it wasn't very easy. All right, we've got our passengers now coming to boarding the aircraft, as you can see here. What a lovely sight with GSX. I really like GSX a lot. I think it's very immersive, and it really is a game changer, in my view, for Microsoft Flight Simulator. And a must-have, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Even the movement is done very, very well. Those animations are really, really very well done. I highly recommend GSX Pro if you guys use MSFS. It's a must-have in my view. We have with us, ladies and gentlemen, Dekal Amrani. Hello there, my friend. Welcome aboard. I believe you are with us from Tel Aviv this evening. Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you here. All right, perfect. All right, let's do the final preps here. We need our altimeter. So let's check this out here. And if we go to the flight, the altimeter is Let's go to information. Open airport. And let's go to the weather. The current weather is, as you can see, 7 knot wind, 310 degrees, cloud and visibility okay, 25 Celsius, quite pleasant this evening, this early morning in Turkey. And the QNH is 1006, no significant change in the next couple of hours. So let's go ahead and set this to 1006. 1006 is set and cross-checked. Excellent. And we can now set the rest of the aircraft here. All right, so N1 limit. The outside temperature is more than 15 Celsius. We can derate, actually. Let's do that. And then we're going to go to the takeoff page, and we're going to set flaps 5. And the center of gravity is 19.7%. That gives us a trim today of 5.8 degrees. All right. Speeds are set 148 for V2. 148. All right, 148 is set, and the altitude is 36,000 feet. And 36,000 is also set. And we are ready to go. Let's set the heading to runway heading, which is 280. 280. Excellent. And we are pretty much good here. All right, we'll just wait for the last set of passengers to board the aircraft.
Passenger's bus is coming.
All right, so second passenger bus is coming now. So pretty quiet here at this airport. There are no incomings or outgoing aircraft. Yeah, today we're going to just go through the whole thing. All right, so let me show you while the passengers are loading. Let me show you a very cool tool that has been introduced into Simbit World. Here, let me make this a little bigger. Perfect. All right.
Passengers boarding starting.
So one of the things they've introduced in this version, which is the latest version, is the random flight generator. So if you go to tools, then you have this generator, and you can simply type anything you want here, and it will generate flights based on your input. Obviously, if you just hit generate, it will just generate 5 random flights. But let's make it a little more interesting, and let's say minimum distance in nautical miles, the maximum distance. All right, let's say maximum distance is 350, and say generate flights. And there you have it. So now you actually have, those are, by the way, all real-world flights, and I've checked at least a couple at FlightAware, and those are actually all real-world flights with the proper departure time, arrival time, and the equipment. And you can actually send this to SimBrief, so you can add it to the schedule and then do the SimBrief plan. And you can also do, for example, let's say that you want to do it for a specific airline. So I can go to the airline ICO code here, and let's type, for example, DAL, or so Delta Airlines. So we're going to select Delta, and then we're going to say generate flights. And now you get real world Delta flights that are maximum 350 nautical miles. And again, you get all the airtime, duration, and all of that good stuff. And by the way, what they've done also is they've included this random flight generator as a freeware download for those of you who do not have Simbit World and do not wish to purchase it. You have it here. You can download it. The links to both Simbit World as well as the free random flight generator are available in the stream description. And this actually works in exactly the same way. So let me put this away, show you the... So this is the freeware random flight generator. And let me just make it a little bigger here. All right. Let's bring that. There we go. All right. So here, again, it's got exactly the same features. And the only thing that it's got here is you can generate the SimBrief operational flight plan directly from the random flight generator. Again, real world routes, and works really, really well. We can actually, let's try something a little different. So we're going to move 350 and let's put departure ICO, for example, London Heathrow, and generate. Now it generated 5 random flights originating from London Heathrow. And as you can see, we have British Airways flights BA 492 service from London Heathrow to Gibraltar. Yeah, cool. A320, and then Emirates, Delta, British Airways, Virgin Atlantic. And by the way, you can come here and say, I want 10, and say generate flights, and it will just give you 5 more flights. And now we have a total of 10. And by the way, if you just want to do without anything, so, and I say generate here, again, this is now completely random. And as you can see, now we have Ryanair, Scandinavian, and you have different departures and arrivals. Very, very useful tool. I absolutely love it. And I use it quite a bit to, to pick routes for my streams and where I want to fly next. Especially if I want to fly a specific distance. And normally, you guys know that I like to fly about an hour to an hour and a half flights. So this comes in really handy if you like to do that sort of stuff. Again, the random flight generator by Simbit World does not require that you have Simbit World subscription. This is totally free, and you can download it from the Sim Market. The link is provided in the descriptions of the stream. All right, so we're done with the random flight generator, and just in time for all the boarding is now complete, and we are ready to go. So we are going to reset our view here and turn on the fuel pumps. You know what? I'm going to bring up the flashlight once more. All right, there we go. And hopefully it will close the doors automatically for us. If it doesn't, then we can do it. It's doing that. Everything is moving away from the aircraft. And we can go here and set the parking brake, remove the chocks, and disconnect the... All right, here we go. Let me set the trim, by the way, to 580. That's about right. Excellent. And we are now ready to go. We've got all our passengers boarded, and we're good. Excellent. Omari Joseph, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. We have also with us today Kritik Varma. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. Can, hello, my friend. Welcome. Glad to have you here. All right. I'm glad you're flying to where I live. Have a nice flight, Captain. Well, thank you very much, sir, for being here. Appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and turn on the beacon. Anti-collision light is on. And we are good to start our engines, so let's do the pushback. All right. GSX. Pushback. Prepare for pushback and departure. Departure clearance requested. There she is.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
We are ready for pushback as well. I think by the time we arrive into Antalya, it will be daylight, and we'll be able to enjoy the beautiful mountain terrain in Turkey. The terrain over Turkey is just absolutely gorgeous.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Michael, hello, my friend. Welcome to the Kuwait Pilot channel. Thank you for your subscription, sir. I appreciate it. And Mr. Kompovis, is it? Sorry if I mispronounced that, but welcome aboard. All right, locking gear. All right, we're going to do nose to, let's see, nose to the left.
Release parking brakes, please.
All right, and there we go, parking brake, released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
All right, packs off. And let's start with engine number 2. And engine number 2 is now spooling. All right, and fuel. Not sure where this pushback truck is taking us today.
Please set parking brakes.
All right.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
All right, we're going to just save time here and just say confirm.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can
All right.
disconnect.
We have a good start on the first engine, so we're going to come here and set the pack to high, isolation valve closed, and now we can start the engine number 1. And engine number 1 is now spooling. I'm not sure if
Unlocking gear.
Simbit World is going to penalize us for being on the grass here. Well, let's see. All right, so fuel.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
How about we do that?
Left is clear. Right is clear.
All right, thank you for your service. Excellent. All right, we have a good start on both engines. So first thing, engine mode selectors to continuous. Let's put the electrical power on the gens. And pack to auto, isolation valve to auto, right pack to auto. And engine bleeds are on, APU bleed is off, APU is off, and all looks good here. Yeah. We can test that.
Glide slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
All right.
Terrain.
We forgot to do
Pull
those
up.
tests, so we'll just do them now.
TCAS test.
All right. Flaps. We can't see much with the with this time of day, but that's all right. The sun is coming without a doubt. We can see it. It's coming up. All right, we are all ready to go. We're going to set the taxi light on. And we are good to go. Let's release the parking brake. And let's head over to runway 28 for departure. Lovely. The night lighting in MSFS is really very well done. I really like it a lot. All right, we're going to take the taxiway all the way to runway 28 there. And we're going to be very careful with the speed so that Simbit World would rate us, would give us a good rating, an overall good rating for the flight. Few parked aircraft at the airport. Unfortunately, it's too dark to see anything at this point. But it's a nice change to, you know, fly during nighttime and enjoy the beautiful night lighting in MSFS. Godzilla Web. Hello, Ali. Guys, Godzilla Web is my son. Night at night. Welcome, my friend. Welcome aboard. Yeah, Godzilla Web is the future captain. And by the way, he can give you guys a lot of information about aircraft. He's a big fan of infinite flight. H. Martin, welcome aboard. All right, we're coming here to the runway. Everything's looking good. Now, Simbit World actually monitors everything that you do, including, you know, your taxi light, your speed, your taxi speed. I would like to fly the supersonic boom, but I'm 16 years old. You'll get there, my friend. All right, so here's our turn for runway 28. Let's turn on the auto throttle. It's going to be a lovely departure here during the early morning hours in Turkey. Of course, we're not flying in real time today. All right. Here we go. This is the runway 28. So landing lights are on, runway turn off lights, and strobe lights. Wing lights as well. And I suspect if we go now, yeah, you can see the wing lights, which is, you know, kind of cool for the passengers to see that. All right, we're ready to go, folks. All right, runway 28, we are cleared for takeoff. Let's set it on the center line. And toga. Check.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gears going up. Right, 400 feet, VNAV. LNAV. And Command A. There we go. Right, autopilot is engaged. Landing gear to the off position. Auto brake is disarmed. Let's put in the climb. We forgot our transponder. I'm sure we're going to get penalized for that by Simbit World. Definitely, Amari. The view is a lovely view. Turkey, by the way, is a very lovely country to fly over. It just looks really fantastic. Beautiful terrain, and they've got a huge mountain range in Turkey, so it looks really, really nice. All right, we're climbing to our cruise altitude now. Everything's looking good. And here is the view of the beautiful city as we depart. Looks like there is a restriction. Let's check it out here. Yeah, a restriction at 900,000. By the way, folks, for those of you who don't know, at FS Expo, I will be giving away some exclusive merchandise to those of you who are able to make it. And the merchandise that you're going to get over at FS Expo is going to be exclusive for the event. So whatever you get there at FS Expo, you will not find anywhere else. It's going to be exclusive for the event. And a few lucky winners are going to win a few things as well. And there will be a giveaway for the Honeycomb Bravo throttle, as well as the Boeing Captain Pack by Thrustmaster. The Thrustmaster Boeing Pack is sponsored by Thrustmaster themselves. And unfortunately, we're going to be penalized for all these issues here. We did not turn off the lights at 10,000 feet, so we're going to get it. Definitely get subtract some points subtracted from SimBit World, without a doubt. If we look actually now at SimBit World, and if we go to the flight, you'll see this is our departure here. And it will tell you now transition to from cruise, and this is our departure. That's us right there. It gives you again all the information that you need. And by the way, if you go to let's see, if I go to the dashboard, and from the dashboard I can go to my resume. And from the resume, you can see now that I'm a junior first officer. The current rating is 96.25 with 4 flights. And now it shows that I was actually employed at Copa Airlines Colombia, and I've done 3 flights with them. I was then given an offer by Sun Express, so I thought it would be a good idea to fly in Europe, and then it gave me a flight in Turkey, so hence we're flying in Turkey. But yeah, Turkey is sort of in Europe. It's Eastern European country, I suppose. All right, so we continue our climb. 15,000, all looking good. Guys, look at this view. That looks really, really good. Omar Flight, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here with us. So guys, again, stay tuned for our live stream tomorrow evening at 1800 Zulu, where we are going to be doing a first look review at the real sim gear Diamond DA40NG for X-Plane 12, and I will also be giving away 2 copies of the aircraft courtesy of the channel. So those of you who are going to make it to FS Expo this year, there's a lot planned. And by the way, Microsoft Flight Simulator is going to be there, and they actually have reserved the biggest booth at the Expo. So they are actually going to be there, and that calls for a lot of excitement. And they're going to be making a speech on Friday, I believe, the 23rd. So it's going to be a lot of fun, without a doubt. Oh, is it Rand? 11 a.m. PDT. All right, that's Pacific Daylight Time. Is that what it stands for? I forgot, Rand. You know, it's been a while. Are you going to do an FS Expo vlog? Well, Mika, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep you guys updated with everything. So I will be posting stories. I will be doing some shorts, and I will probably also do a live broadcast from FS Expo from my phone where opportunity permits. Of course, I'm going to be taking lots and lots of pictures, so I'll keep you guys definitely entertained while I'm away. I am not going to be doing any recorded videos this time. It's going to be a time where I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break, again, from making videos. I will be making videos of FS Expo upon my return, but I am not going to be doing any recorded video. Well, I might do a couple of videos and schedule them for an upload during my leave. But I thought it was also a good time for me to sort of take a break from making videos a little bit and yeah, just relax and have a good time. Definitely I'm looking forward to meeting the guys over at X-Plane. They're actually in the same exhibition hall as my booth, and in case you don't know, I will be at booth H7. Again, I'm there I don't have any products to showcase or any software to promote, but I am there, folks, to, first of all, to meet all of you, to give you the opportunity and give myself also the opportunity to meet with, with my friends, my followers, all the fine people that I have gotten to know over the years while creating content on YouTube. It's definitely been a blessing in my life. But second of all, I'm there because I also represent the creator community in this hobby. And again, I've made, there was a short interview that was done with the guys over at FS Elite. I'm not sure when are they going to release the interview, but they've done an interview with me. And for those of you who've been asking for a face reveal, I think they can finally see me in the interview. So it was a very casual interview, but yeah, I am basically there to represent the creator community, and I firmly believe that the creator community is a force in this industry, and they can actually make or break a product or software. And with so many creators out there, I've made it very clear to during the interview that any content creator is welcome to come to the Q8 pilot booth and do whatever they want. If you want to meet people, if they want to say, look, meet me at the Q8 pilot booth, they are more than welcome to do that, because I'm there for all of them as well. So should be interesting. I'm sure that it's going to be very tiring as well, but there's lots to do. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to do everything. I obviously do want to spend some time with with all the exhibitors there as well: Navigraph, Orbex, Explain, Indie Builds. There's a lot of very big creators there. So very big software developers and hardware developers as well. So it's going to be very, very interesting. All right, we are about 10,000 feet to go. We are at Ada. We're looking all right. Less than 10,000 feet to go. About 8,000. And by the way, we forgot our probe heat. Hopefully, thankfully, with no incident. Good to be on break. Yeah, definitely, Rand. Yeah. It's always good to take a break and also self-reflect. That's something I always do in real life, of course, is to self-reflect. Right, let's take a look here at the outside. Again, you can see the beautiful mountain range here as the sun rises upon us here in Turkey. Hopefully by the time we get to Antalya, it will be much brighter, but you can still see things here. "6,000 feet to go." And by the way, thank you very much for all the moderators for your continued support and for all your help on the Discord channel. I think with all your efforts there, I think the community is receiving really a very good amount of assistance and help with their issues. So thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. By the way, Carl, I forgot to update you on what happened with, remember that little purchase thing? Yeah, I forgot to update you. You'll be stunned when I tell you what happened, but I'll message you afterwards. I'll send you, I'll DM you. Yeah. Peter, hello, my friend. Welcome. Is your aircraft 100% reliable? Are you ever likely to have any system failures? Peter, you can. So if you go to the menu here, and you can go to PMDG setup. Is it under PMDG's the aircraft failures? See this here? So from this menu, you have a lot of different things that you can fail: electrical, engine, fire protection. All of that stuff can, you can actually fail. We're not going to do that in this specific flight because I am flying with Simbit World, and we don't want to mess up our rating for the flight. So you can definitely introduce that. I remember a lot of people liked the flight I did with the Tolus, where we did an engine fire before landing. I think people enjoyed that a lot. So I realize people do like to have different things, different scenarios. And by the way, that is planned after FS Expo. And guess what, guys? I've ordered my green screen from Elgato. And post FS Expo, you will have a live video of myself while streaming, and perhaps another video on my equipment, so you guys can see what I'm doing. I am looking to also buy a brand new gear, the flight yoke, the throttle quadrant, the rudder pedals. All of that is going to be changed post FS Expo. So yeah. I'm sorry I can't go to the expo. I don't have a passport yet, but I'll be there in spirit. Might even send you my face reveal in DM. Hey, Mika. Well, no worries, my friend. Thank you very much for your kind words and for your support. You've been, you've been a cornerstone in the support that the channel receives over the years. So thank you very much for your kind words, for your support, for always being there. I know you've cheered me up a couple of times there when I needed it, so thank you for that. I appreciate it. Right, let's take a look here at the outside, and look at this site here. This looks really cool. Look at that. One of the things I absolutely love in MSFS is the scenery. Just gorgeous. Hey, look at that. Someone is climbing, looks like, to our cruise level. All right, we are at 36,000 feet, our cruise altitude. And we can turn this off. And the TD is right there. So first, let's come down here and set up the ILS frequency 108.10, 108.10, and set it to the active. And we'll do the same thing on the first officer side, 108.10, and set it to the active. The approach course is 002 degrees, and that is done. And finally, we're going to do the speed. So we're going to do flaps 30 today at Antalya. And we're going to select 153. 153. Excellent. And now we can consult our approach plates for the initial approach altitude at Antalya for runway 36 right. That's 36 right. Let's go back here. Excellent. And 1,500. Excellent. All right, let's go and set 1,500. Right, 1,500 set. And we are actually ready. If we look here, we are 61 nautical miles from top of descent. Brilliant. I really am looking forward to X-Plane 12.06. It promises to fix a lot of the VRAM issues, so we can expect better performance of the sim, generally speaking. By the way, folks, do you want me to do a review of the Azure Poly C160? It appears to be an excellent plane. I've done a couple of flights with it in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've watched a stream by V1 simulations, and I really like the aircraft quite a bit. I'm just not sure if I should do a review when there's already a lot of content on the aircraft. If you ask me, I do recommend it. It's a good aircraft to have. But if you want like a detailed review, just let me know in chat. I'll be more than happy to do that. All right, we're approaching top of descent. All right. So let me just explain a few things for our approach. Let me go to plan. All right. And we're going to step through. So right here, let me do that. All right. Step, step, step. Okay. So once we arrive into Alpha India 721, we will make sure that at this waypoint we are at 1,500 feet, and if we are not, no, actually 4,000 feet is okay, and then we will basically go to the next page. We're just going to select Aspar and, you know, put it in vector here, and then we should normally you'd wait for ATC, but we don't have ATC today. So we'll simply just select Aspar into the vector here on the scratch pad, and then it will kind of change the route back to the airport to Antalya. It's going to be a cool approach. I tell you guys, you will definitely enjoy this approach. There we go, map. And that's the top of descent in 37 nautical miles. Look at the beautiful mountains. I saw V1's comments, but I want yours. The C-160 is broken since the update. It has the sound bug causing others to hear the 160 in their aircraft wherever they're flying. Oh, really? Huh. I updated the plane, but I never, I didn't make any flights with it since the last update. Wow, that's really, it's really broken, huh? All right, no worries, Rand. I will I will try to make it, and maybe make it a video that publishes while I'm at FS Expo. Oh, so it affects multiplayer. Oh, I see, Dougal. By the way, Dougal, we haven't done a group flight in ages. I think I've done only once, and since then I haven't really gone back to it. So maybe I think we should organize for a group flight very soon. Maybe after FS Expo. Most welcome, Brad. Yeah, we need a group flight. Yeah. If you have any suggestions, by the way, do DM me, Dougal. We can do some nice, maybe we can select 3-4 airports, like for touch and go, in a nice scenic area, and, you know, tell me which aircraft you recommend, and then, yeah, we'll organize it maybe after FS Expo, and I'll tell you all about FS Expo. By the way, there was a very prominent figure in the flight sim industry who wanted to write an article or publish an article about FS Expo, and he had some of his ideas, actually, I kind of agree with what he wanted to say in that article. But since that person is not going to FS Expo, I advised him not to post the article. And simply what he was wanting to say in that article is that, you know, FS Expo, it has an element of divide rather than unite. And I'll just keep it there, because I don't want to, you know, say anything that would reveal who was saying it. Yeah, I advised him not to publish that article, simply because I thought that since he's not going, everyone is it's gonna be a platform for a personal attack on him, and I advised him not to do that. So it's very interesting to, you know, hear comments from people about FS Expo and how they actually analyze certain things that are said. You know, it's like, you know, if you're not from this group, then, you know, you're not really given attention and things, you know, some really weird stuff, man. But look, hey, to me, it's, you just gotta go and have fun. That's the name of the game. That actually has a point. I'm with you there, Dougal. I am with you there. There is some merit to the gist of the article, okay? I just felt that, and by the way, what I told him is this. I said, look, I would advise you to wait because you're not going, and that might really really hurt you a lot, so please don't do it now. But I promise you that if I see any of that, what you're saying, at FS Expo when I'm there, I'll be sure to give you my feedback, and I will support you in writing your article. But again, you know, it's okay. I mean, look, it's a free world, and you are entitled to your own opinion. I just care for the guy too much to let him suffer and completely just, you know, ruin his business. So sometimes, you know, like there's a saying we have, by the way, we've begun the descent now into Antalya. There is a saying, it says, if talk is made of silver, then silence is made of gold. That's the literal translation of you know, of the saying that we have. So yeah. Wish I could make the expo. Please say hello to all our mutual friends for oh, absolutely, Dougal, absolutely. It would be my pleasure, of course. I still don't know if Carl is going. Carl, are you going to FS Expo? I still don't have anything from you whether you're going or not. But I sure do hope that you are, and I hope to meet you there. All right. So we've begun the descent. As you can see here, we're heading towards Antalya. And we still... Let me see. Why is the time? Ah, look at that. It's still very early during the night. All right. I'm going to change this a little bit, guys. So, how about that? Yeah. That's good. All right. It's kind of a little something different. And you know what? Let me change this a little further because there we go. That's much better. All right. At least we can see the mountains now. Just look at this beautiful range of mountains. Will give us a lovely approach into Antalya. G. Cook, Scotland. Hello, my friend. I thought it was silence is golden, and duct tape is silver. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Absolutely. It's the same. I think the all the sayings are saying the same thing, but yeah, I see what you're saying. All right, perfect. Look at that, guys. Look at this beautiful sight of the Sun Express Boeing 738 over Turkish airspace flying towards Antalya. Wow, look at that. All right. We can... I'm going to turn the wing lights off. Everything else looks good. Silence is golden and my foot is lead. If you aren't respectful, I'll whoop and... So Carl, you're are you going to FS Expo? Amr Ali, hello my friend. For PMDG, I lost sound of engines while I'm in cockpit. Any idea? I don't know. Carl Childers duct tape equals 100-mile-an-hour tape in the army, right? I plan to, yes sir. All right, excellent, Carl. So we'll see you there. God, it's going to be exciting. Really exciting. I'm actually excited to meet you guys more than anything else, to be very honest with you. I think it's been a blessing having you guys as friends, really, and I'm very thankful, and I think I'm blessed to have you guys as dear friends of me personally. I think this is one of the blessings of the channel and for creating content for so many years. Yeah. I love the shadows, by the way, in MSFS. They look just so cool. All right. One thing we want to do today is let me go here to general. We're gonna go to developers. No, experimental, and we're gonna add the replay tool. Apply and save. Go back, resume, and then we are gonna come here to the interface and say do not disable. And now we can see the replay here, so we can record our landing over at Antalya. We used to handle all the I see, we didn't have them. Yeah, so we have two of you guys, your ex-military. I wish I could meet you too. America is just too far, unfortunately. No worries. Hopefully I'll come see you in Australia at some point. That's one of the countries on my bucket list without a doubt. By the way, the transition altitude, we need to check that. What is the transition in... 15,000 feet is the transition altitude over at Antalya, so we'll remember that. And just let's get the weather information as well. The current METAR is 0803 degree wind, 030 variable, 110. And then scattered clouds at 3,000, 23 Celsius, 1005. All right, excellent. Ceiling at least 7. All right, perfect. Looking good. Nothing too serious there. So at 15,000 feet, we'll set Barrow to 1005. I loved Australia. In fact, this time, 1969, I was on... oh, wow. Former Royal Marine here, 18 years. Oh, all of you guys are in the military. Wow. You know, funny thing here, we have a compulsory military service in Kuwait. And what they normally, so you go for a checkup, you know, they check you, and you know, then they deem you as medically fit. And I was actually deemed to be medically fit to start the service, and it is compulsory in Kuwait. So at the age of 18, but then they will give you a deferment of the service if you are studying. So as I made my way to the States, you know, I used to submit, you know, a deferment or a deferment request every year to, and of course with proof that I was, you know, still a student. And right after the, you know, right after I graduated, came back to Kuwait, and just the year they were going to call me in, they actually, the parliament repealed the law for compulsory military service, and it was terminated. It was reinstated a few years ago, but I was then exempted. I still have my military, you know, my little military book, but yeah, I didn't have to do it. That was the same during Vietnam. Oh, was it? Captain Mart, welcome to the Kuwait Pilot channel, my friend. Glad to have you here. Thanks very much for your subscription. Appreciate it. Right, we continue the descent now. We're at 22. And look, guys, look at the beautiful mountain range here in Turkey as we approach Antalya. Very, very nice. Very beautiful. And we can see things from the first officer perspective. One of the ways we had a birthday reception, drafting. Drafting, yeah, that's what we had, yeah. Where people were drafted based on their birthday. That's what we have. Pretty much that's how it was also here. But we never had compulsory service for all. Yeah, no, it was. It's definitely compulsory here. Yeah. I know George Bush, the father, served, and there was the story of him surviving after being shot down is just a miracle. I have a lot of respect for George Bush, the father, and he is very much loved by the Kuwaiti people for his role, of course, in you know, in liberating the country back in 1991. What airline are you flying on the Expo, and how long is the flight? I'm flying Emirates, and the entire flight is going to be 26 hours or so, about 26 hours. That includes the layover at Dubai International. I will leave at, I believe the aircraft departs at 3 a.m. Kuwait time, and it's going to be on a Boeing 777-300ER from Kuwait service to Dubai, and then from Dubai to Houston is going to be aboard the A380, which is a very welcoming thing to know. I love the A380. For passengers, I think it's great. I love it. The flight from Kuwait to Dubai is about 1 hour and 40 minutes. There is layover about 3 hours there, and then there is a 16 hours and 50 minutes to Houston. Yeah, so it's 21 hours, 22 hours, something like that. It's very luxurious, definitely. Very, very luxurious. And you can always go to the back, and they have a little bar, and you can just sit there and, you know, get some nuts and some drinks and just relax and have fun. They've got the in-flight entertainment system on Emirates is also very, very good. They have some very good movies. But normally I sleep, guys, on planes. I can't stay awake very long on a plane. I think it's to do with hypoxia. We need to sit there. All right, that's fine. 1005. So normally on planes, I'll sleep most of the time, and then I'll watch movies for a short period as well. I'm traveling business class, Mika. Yeah. We do not know who it was, but they were at Abdulaziz Air Base. Oh. Hey, Robert S. Welcome aboard, my friend. We are all well. I hope you are also well, and thanks for being here, my friend. I appreciate it. All right, we are getting very close now, as you can see. Once you start seeing this mountain range there, you know Antalya is close. Antalya is right about there. The airport is right about there. So we're almost there now. And looking at the outside, guys, just look at how beautiful this is. That looks just really sensational. Very, very nice. You know, folks, I know for streaming people prefer the airliners, but you know, I get a lot more enjoyment flying general aviation aircraft. And when I'm not streaming, for the most part, when I fly for fun, or if I want to learn something, you know, I always fire up X-Plane. And you know, there is a for the Cessna 172. There is actually an add-on that you can purchase that will enhance the flight model, and it will make it even better. And so I do have that model, and I always find myself going to flying the smaller airplanes. To me, they're more fulfilling. They're a lot more fun to fly, but that's just me, I guess. Viper Racing, hello, my friend. Welcome. We buy 4090 with 1300 ED. I didn't quite get you, Viper Racing. Sorry. Right, we are at 14,000 feet. We can see the airport ahead of us now. That's, by the way, the airport right here. So we're actually going to make a left turn towards the sea and then turn back to land at Antalya. This just looks gorgeous. Look at that. We want to remember to deploy the landing lights so that Simbit World would give us a good rating. We're actually going to get hammered with the rating for this flight. Yeah, the 4090 is very good, without a doubt. Absolutely. We'll take a look at the landing report as well once we land. By the way, as we make our, I think we have some time. Let me show you just something here real quick. If you go to the logbook in Simbit World, and you know these are, so this is for example a flight that I've done earlier. So if we click here and go to the details, it gives you the full rating. So it gave me here, you know, this was in red, so it didn't mark me very well on that one, but I kind of scored everything. I've scored very well. But you can click also on the landing details, and it will show you visually where you've landed. So are you in the touchdown zone or not? And the landing force 1.24, the landing rate, the airspeed, all of this information is available to you, and you get rated on that. Not only this, but actually you can, if you go to the shop, so there are trainings that you can purchase. So for example, situational awareness, if you purchase this, flying, you will get more bonus points when you fly, and it will also upgrade your abilities as a pilot. And then what happens is, as you get more and more training, you'll be able to apply for, you know, the big airline companies. Now, if you go to the job, if I go to the job market, I'm going to show you something. I think it doesn't show here anymore. Let me see if I can find it. Airline. All right. So KAC, Kuwait Airways. All right. So what I've tried to do is, when I tried to apply to Kuwait Airways, they actually rejected my application. So and yeah, I think there is, by the way, I think it's a manual review, so I think someone actually goes and checks your profile before they approve it. So it's kind of look, all right, 10,000, landing lights are on, runway turn-off lights are on, taxi, engine selectors to continuous, and we are going to turn on, all right, so fast seat belt, that's fine. Let's set this to 20 nautical miles here, and all right, here we go. Guys, look at this. Look at this scenery. Wow. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. All right. If we look here, Steve, no, Steve, all right, that's fine. All right, so if we look here, we are 22, and that's the vector, the final, so we'll leave that alone, and then 167,158. The speed that we have here is 153. All right. Okay, cool. That's the airport ahead of us right now. There you can see Antalya. And we can see some aircraft there in the vicinity as well. Some activity there over at the airport. We're looking good. Our altitude is good. Our speed is good. All right. Let's go here and let's see. All right, and the barrow set. Excellent. All right, here's our turn. And we can see here's 3,220 knots. All right, looking good. Hello, Anthony. Welcome aboard, my friend. Guys, look at this site. Wow, this looks beautiful. All right, we're still looking good. It's 10:34 p.m. in Istanbul. That is correct, yes. Q8 is doing a morning flight to show off the graphics. Yeah. I just feel, by the way, that flying at night is not very interesting, to be very frank. I love when, for example, when I arrive into, I remember in my last flight to Los Angeles in 2017, we arrived, I think it was around 4 in the afternoon, and the view was just spectacular over the mountain range as we made the turn towards Los Angeles International. I did a cross the country in Norway 2 weeks ago in the Piper 28 Arrow in MSFS. Really enjoyed it. Still some hops to do, but man, this was stunning in the sim. Yes, absolutely, Robert. I agree with you there. All right, we're down to 5,000. We're still at 220 knots. We're doing all right. Gotta love those shadows. You know, Robert, I, for some reason, prefer to... I prefer the night lighting in X-Plane more so than MSFS for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why, but I like it a lot better in X-Plane. All right, so here's what we're going to do, folks. Before we change the course back to Antalya, I'm going to go to vertical speed here, and I'm going to start reducing the speed to 180 knots. There we go, 180. And I'm just going to give it a second here. At 3,800, we want 1,500, so I think we're fine. So here's what we'll do now. We are going to come here to the FMC. We're going to select ASPAR, and we're going to put it here and execute that. And now we're going to fly direct over to ASPAR. And we are on a course to intercept the localizer for runway 36 right at Antalya. Just look at the beautiful sky color there. Hello, Matt. Welcome, my friend. I was on the pod last 20 minutes. The sun is coming up. Yeah. Definitely, Robert. Definitely, without a doubt. Just look at this. Beautiful. And we have the localizer glide slope needles are showing the diamonds there. All right, auto brake 2. Speed brake is armed. We're looking good. 1,000 feet to go. That's the airport ahead of us now. We can reduce the rate of descent to 800 feet per minute. All right, and let's come here and record. Speed check, flaps 1. And let's go to approach. Speed check, flaps 5. Right, we're going to reduce our speed. 174 knots. Let me reset my view. There we go. We have an aircraft coming right at us right there. The ATC guys would be fired today. Quite a bit of activity there. Just look at this beautiful approach into Antalya. Right, we're going to maintain 1,175 knots until the glide slope is active. Alright, final check here. Landing lights are on. Engine mode selectors to continuous. Fasten seatbelt and non-smoking signs are both on. The speed brake is armed. Flaps 5. And we are clear to land. What a lovely approach into Antalya in Turkey. Right, glide slope is active, and we're going to start reducing our speed to the reference speed, which is 153 knots. Landing gear coming down. Flaps 15. Speed check, flaps 25. Flaps 30. $1,000. Oops, what happened? Right, we need to kill the hard throttle as well. Come on.
Approaching minimums.
Alright, let's just kill it there.
Minimums.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Antalya. We've had some issues there with... Ooh, this guy is departing. We've had some issues today with the... view right before we took off, before landing. And I'm not sure really what happened. But nonetheless, we recovered very quickly. And we'll take a look at the landing shortly. 271, not bad, not bad. And welcome to Antalya, folks. Oops, I lost my iPad there for some reason. Why do strange things happen like that? Yeah, sorry guys, I can't see the chat right now because I've lost my iPad. So it's powering up now. And why is this guy heading in? Again, that's FSLTL. It's probably a good idea when you arrive at an airport and if you're using FSLTL to reset it so that you don't get into situations like this one. Let me see if I can get my chat to work again. I'm unable to see the chat. All right, here we go. Finally, I'm back. All right. Someone pulled the emergency cord on final then. Thank you very much, Rand, by the way. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my iPad. It's just kind of restarted on its own. By the way, this is a payware airport of Antalya, and it is by Just Sim. We'll find a spot to park the aircraft. All right, we'll make a turn here. Looks like there are some spots where we can park the aircraft here on, let's take Mike. And it looks like we can park right here. Right, parking brake is set, and we are done here. So let's come to Simbit World, and what does it say here? If we go to our flight, okay, taxi in, and we can submit the flight. Are you sure? Yes, we are sure, and we are done here. All right, so we can turn. Actually, let me start the APU. All right, and let's take a look at the landing. So we're going to go to the replay, and we're going to say stop, and then let's see if we need to hit play. Alright, there we go. Ah, I know what's going on. Let me say record. Alright. Now we can take a look here. Just look at the sun there. Beautiful sight of the aircraft as we came into land. Drake, welcome to the Q8 Pilot channel, my friend. Thank you very much for your subscription. Appreciate it. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're landing into Antalya in replay mode. Yeah. Alright, so let's come back here to... All right, so now what we can do is we can go to Simbit World, and we can go to our report. Actually, let's go to the logbook. All right. And why am I not seeing the flight there? Maybe we need to shut down the engines before we can actually submit the report. All right, let's see if we can do that. Let me come here and let me say stop. Doesn't want to allow me to go there. All right, let's stop that. All right, here we go. Let's kill the engines. And I'm not sure what's happened here, but it looks like now it has looks like now it's completed. If we go to the logbook now and yeah, so now we have it. Looks like it did not happen the first time. It looks like the engines have to be turned off. Just complaining about yeah, all right, let's come to the menu here real quick. FS actions and ground power, set them, request. That will take care of the, that's the noise, the sounds that you're hearing is indicating that the batteries are discharging. So we'll just gonna connect the ground power unit so that it does not drive us crazy. All right, so now we can go here and look at the details. And it looks like we've actually done maximum ground speed. So we failed there, but we passed on everything else. I know we've done a few mistakes, but it looks like Simbit World did not really catch them. So we got away with a few things. Don't you need it? I think that's it. Yeah, I think we had to shut down the engines first in order to have it work. But as you can see here, it will give you an indication of how well we've done during the flight. On the maximum, on the pitch angle, the maximum G-force, overspeed, all of that, you know, we've done. We've got a pass score. We've got all the full marks there, 35 out of 35. Taxiing out again, takeoff, initial climb, cruise, initial approach, the actual approach, landing, and again, the G-force here is what you really want to look at. 1.04, which is very good. 241 in terms of the landing grade. A firm but nice landing. Taxi in, we failed on the taxi light. Should have been off. We failed to turn. You need to turn it off as you come into park. We failed to do that, so that's points off there. And maximum ground speed looks like we went above 30 knots, and that's we lost a couple of points here. If we look at the landing details here, and yeah, so we need to go back to show us where we've touched down. There we go. So that's where we touched down. The ideal touchdown zone would have been here on those two big blocks, but this is still legal within the touchdown zone, so not bad. And you can see here the heading was 187 degrees. True airspeed -1. I think it's taking the second one for the replay figures here, but 27.4 million hours. How much is that in years? So yeah, so I really like it. And now, of course, we've gained some points. So if I go back to the dashboard, you'll see that my rating, my overall rating has decreased a little bit because of the mistakes that we've done. So 96.4, still good. But now I have 5.22 hours. Number of flights has increased. That's my bank account. Very, I don't have a lot of money in my bank account, but I really like SimToolkit. I like Simbit World. I think it's it really adds that level of immersion to your experience, and I think it's a lot of fun to fly and have a career as a pilot. And it was a pleasant surprise to see, the offer from Sun Express when I logged into my account and went to the job market. It's always, good to change jobs every now and then. There are currently no job offers, as you can see, but hopefully as you gain experience points, you'll get offers from other airlines. So yeah, I think this was a really fun flight to Antalya, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope that you've enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed streaming it for you. And this pretty much brings us to the conclusion of this live stream this evening, folks. I want to thank you very much for being here this evening. Be sure to tune in to the channel tomorrow at 1800 Zulu for my first look review of the real Sim Gear GA40NG and the giveaway, where 2 copies will be given away to the community. So be sure to tune in and hit that bell notification button so that you are notified when the stream goes live. Folks, until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, and bye-bye for now.